Coming up on KUJH News, the dogs take over the Lawrence Outdoor Aquatic Center. Protesters on and off campus take to the streets, and we get a look at the KU Marching Band's new routine.
Live from the studio in Stauffer, Flint, this is KUJH News. I'm Jonah Kahn.
And I'm Lexi Urban. Lawrence is creating a place for everyone. Just ahead, we take a look at community efforts to provide shelter for the local unhoused population.
But first, Aiden Baugh gives us a first look at the forecast. Aiden, are we going to see any rain?
Well, Jonah, not much in terms of rainfall today. Tonight into the overnight hours tomorrow, different story. All around our viewing area, clear skies, not much in terms of cloud cover today. It's going to be a beautiful Thursday for you guys. We have those chance of showers and storms coming later tonight into tomorrow, especially tomorrow. That's when our best chance of rain will be. But it should be a mostly clear weekend, thankfully. Just perfect weather to get out there, watch some college football. Hopefully those Hawks take care of business. For your daily planner, guys, our temperatures climbing up into the mid-70s in our afternoon hours, beginning to increase even more so in the late evening hours. Our high right around 76, 77 degrees, coming shortly after 6 p.m. before temperatures decline back down into the mid-60s. Jonah, back to you.
Thanks, Aiden. We'll have more weather later in the show.
Unsheltered homelessness in the city has dropped significantly. A new federal report shows just how much progress has been made. KUJH's Grace Johnson explains how the community made it happen.
In just 1 year, Douglas County cut unsheltered homelessness by more than half. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development verified a 63% reduction between January 2024 and January 2025, with nearly 100 Lawrence residents moving from outdoors into shelters or housing.
There were options for beds. And when there's options for beds, people usually take that option. And that's why the numbers are so drastic now, is that people have options to be inside and they're choosing that option.
Those options grew when the Lawrence Community Shelter stepped up its capacity.
A big part of it was creating space for people to go. When I started here, we had 40 beds, and today we have about 225 beds now.
Expanding the shelter made a difference. But relationships help a new community understanding bloom between local groups and government.
So Lawrence did something that most communities don't do. They took well-intentioned community and partnered it with well-intentioned government. And that never happens. And again, most communities choose either or, they don't do both and.
The result? Unsheltered homelessness fell from 142 people to just 52. Total homelessness dropped by 30%. The plan, called A Place for Everyone, now moves Lawrence closer to making long-term housing access a reality and gives more people a chance at stability. For KUJH News, I'm Grace Johnson.
Thank you, Grace. If you're looking to donate or help out the community, you can email the Homeless Resource Center at info@hrclawrence.org or by visiting hrclawrence.org/takeaction.
Another important effort to support the unhoused population comes in the form of a new vending machine vending machines that have popped up around Lawrence. These machines, however, aren't filled with candy or drinks. Rather, they hold the chance to save a life. These machines contain Narcan, an important medication used to reverse an overdose. According to the National Institutes of Health, increasing access to Narcan is one of the most effective ways to reduce opioid-related deaths. Luckily for Lawrence, the city is already looking to add more.
I hope that just everybody has access to it. And, I think there's a misconception that the machines are for people in active addiction, and that's not the case at all, because, if we're in active addiction, we're not going to be able to save ourselves.
My hope is that it's easily accessible to everyone. We have put up 3 additional machines. I've ordered 5 more, just because we'd have to grant funds to do it, and I want to do as much as we can.
As Lawrence continues to battle the opioid crisis, Bosch Hastings hopes to soon have machines like this on KU's campus as well. Making this medication readily available may be the difference in so many lives.
Dozens of Lawrence residents gathered downtown Sunday afternoon for anti-Trump protest. KUJH's Emma Noble visited one last week. It's a rainy Sunday afternoon here in downtown Lawrence on 9th and Mass Street. Behind me, protesters have been here since noon on an anti-Trump protest. Now, these have been going on all throughout summer, but now that students are back and more residents in Lawrence have returned, the crowds are rising and the traffic is engaging.
It's for the billionaires. I mean, that's what this is all about. He's not helping the poor, he's not helping the working class people.
Protests at this intersection have been occurring every Sunday at noon since early June, after locals participated in the national-wide No Kings protest on June 14th.
Americans have been taught to hate each other. Well, why?
Some protesters came all the way from Johnson County to take part, like this mother-daughter duo.
We attend protests pretty regularly there, so being able to see it here is cool because I know what it looks like there. I like the energy here.
But the energy might not be enough. A lack of participants is a concern for protesters.
It's great to see this, although there should be a lot more.
I think that the turnout is great. I think it could always be better.
But no matter the weather, in rain, wind, or shine, Lawrence residents plan to continue protesting.
This country was built on protest. It's doubly important to show people of all generations standing together for what's right.
It feels good to be part, to like help make a change.
For KUJH News, I'm Emma Noble. Honks can. Thank you, Emma. For a list of all scheduled protests for the rest of the year, you can visit our website at kujh.com.
Just ahead, we're looking how the farmers market supports the local economy.
And we'll take you to Memorial Stadium, where the university held a rededication ceremony just before last week's football game. Stick around.
You can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the king, come banging on your chest. You can beat the world, you can beat the war. You could talk to God, go banging on his door. You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks. You can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself. Stand in the Hall of Fame, and the world's gonna know your name.
Welcome back. It's been more than 400 days since United Academics of KU began negotiations with the University of Kansas for a union contract. Last week, United Academics of KU members made their voices heard on Westcote Beach, and they told me they hope the protest put pressure on the university to make a deal. United Academics of KU, or UAKU, estimates around 1,700 staff and faculty are members and demand a union contract, a contract they say will provide a better working environment. Protesters said they're tired of money going to athletics and want to see the wealth shared.
We're not being like egregious, or our demands, our proposals aren't like extreme. They're normal. We just want a good, strong first union contract.
KUJH reached out to Erin Barcombe-Peterson, a spokesperson for KU, and received the following response. University of Kansas leaders welcome continued conversations with faculty and instructors about ways to move the university forward. UAKU members say their working conditions and pay are not ideal. Two items at the top of their list: affordable parking and attention to what they say is decaying infrastructure.
Really great to see students here. You know, everybody wants this to be, they want it to be a good place to learn, and it can be a better place to learn. when the people who are here to teach and do research, have good conditions to do that work.
UAKU members are anxious to move forward with the contract proposal as they say the university is slow to respond. UAKU members will meet again with the university officials tomorrow following the last meeting, which was on August 27th. KUJH will keep following this story to see if a contract is negotiated between the two groups.
Regional farms rely on the Lawrence Farmers Market to keep their businesses sustainable. KUJH's Grant Shear spoke with vendors to understand their impact on the local economy.
For most people, a Saturday morning here in Lawrence, Kansas in the fall consists of waking up early and watching some football. But not for these people here. Welcome to the Lawrence Farmers Market.
Just located off of Mass Street, the Lawrence City Farmers Market occurs every Saturday morning during the fall and spring from 7:30 to 11:30 a.m. The market brings together farmers, crafters, and the community. From flowers to pumpkins to lemonade, the farmers market has it all. But just how important is it to the community and the local vendors that call this place their home?
We appreciate the fact that we can make a personal relationship with our customers. They come to us for specific things. They know what we grow and produce.
While the community aspect pulls everyone together, how does the economics come into play? Many of the vendors at the farmers market make a majority of their family's income from the farmers market, most of which the entire family comes together to create the final product in order to make ends meet.
This is my full-time job, along with my brother and then my dad. So if you come and buy a bottle of wine or some veggies that my kids grow, that just means that I can keep our business running.
That was a zoomed-in look, but what about the difference between buying fruits and vegetables at the local farmers market versus a nationwide corporation like Walmart?
For every dollar spent, half that dollar goes back into your local economy. It's great because you get to support local farmers.
For now, the Lawrence Farmers Market shows no signs of slowing down, and the farmers and markets plan to continue selling into the winter, all while helping keep themselves and the people of Lawrence fed. Reporting for KUJH News, I'm Grant Shear.
Thank you, Grant. If you want to shop some of these local businesses, the farmers market will be open Saturdays from 7:30 to 11:30 a.m. until November 22nd.
It's a new era for Kansas football and the KU Marching Band. KUJH's Jude Gussie went behind the scenes to learn how the Marching Jayhawks are adjusting to their new home.
The 2-0 University of Kansas football team has been settling nicely into the newly renovated David Booth Kansas Memorial Stadium. But another group who is catching their stride is the Kansas Marching Jayhawks.
It's great to be back in our home stadium. It's great to be back in the new stadium.
It's awesome. Like the electricity in the stadium, the stadium is rocking.
It's like a fuzzy blanket that you come home to, and it's like it feels good and feels familiar.
The marching band have now successfully performed 2 pregame and halftime shows in the new booth, but they have come with a slight change in routine.
We have these 2 new tunnels out here in the northeast and northwest corners. The band's actually going to be running out of there.
Traditionally for pregame, the band entered the stadium from the tunnels around the seating in the end zone bowl and ran down the stands onto the field. In the partially completed booth, they are utilizing both the classic style and the new ground level tunnels for entry. Aside from the clear benefits from a game day operations and fan experience, the renovations are showing improvements from a performative aspect as well.
People can see the forums from up high much better than right on the field. As you know, our pictures are designed to be seen from up above.
The sound in the stadium is exponentially better. News side, a lot of the sound is trapped, so we can hear ourselves a lot better, and I think the fans can too.
Next week, the Jayhawks will be heading to Columbia for a renewed edition of the Border Showdown against Missouri, and after a bye week, they'll be back here in the booth September 20th against West Virginia. For KUJH News, I'm Jude Gussie.
Thank you, and the band will be sending a small group to the game in Missouri on Saturday. You can catch the rest of the band at the official game watch party taking place at the David Booth Memorial Stadium starting at 1:30.
Speaking of Saturday game, KUJH weather forecaster Aiden Baugh has a look at what weather Lawrence will be seeing. Aiden, what do you think? Will we be needing sunglasses or raincoats?
Looking like sunglasses today, Lexi. Raincoats probably in store for tomorrow. We'll have more on that here in a bit. Outside right now, about 69 degrees. Not too much in terms of cloud cover we're seeing at all. Our daily highs, however, climbing up to about 77 degrees. I'd expect that after the 6 o'clock hour, around 6:30. That's when our highs are before they start dipping down again later tonight. Winds, relative humidity, not much to be concerned about right now. Thankfully, you don't hear that often in Kansas, but winds out of the south at about 5 miles an hour, not much to be concerned about. All across our viewing area, especially along the Kansas-Missouri state line, temperatures at 70 degrees, a little bit warmer down in Ottawa at 71 degrees, Lawrence, Topeka, Osage City, right around 69 degrees. For your evening planner, our temperatures climbing up into those mid-70s later this evening as the day goes on. 76 degrees by 6 o'clock before the temperatures start declining again as the sun begins to dip in the sky. 65 degrees at 10 o'clock. Overnight, our lows around 64 degrees. Showers and thunderstorms, we have a slight chance of them coming later tonight into tomorrow morning, ahead of a great chance of showers and storms coming Friday. That's when our best chances are. I would highly recommend bringing raincoats with you to class tomorrow. Temperatures 64 then too. It's going to feel quite a bit more chilly than what we've been experiencing lately, but still not going to be hot at all this weekend. 75 Saturday, 75 on Sunday. Guys, it's going to be beautiful weather out there this weekend. Make sure you're getting out there enjoying it. Monday, warming back up to 79 degrees. Our best chance of showers and storms coming Tuesday, early next week as well, before we take a break from them for the rest of the week. Lexi, back to you.
Thanks, Aiden. We'll have more on Missouri's game later. An ongoing restoration project at Potter Lake is bringing new life to this symbol of tradition. KUJH's Emma Coffey is live at the site and can tell us more. Emma?
Thanks, Lexi. Well, as you can see behind me, Potter Lake is back and looking better than ever. Known as a place to gather, reflect, and even celebrate a historic win in football, Potter Lake has been an iconic landmark here at KU for generations. Now, with ongoing efforts to restore the site, students are getting the chance to pitch in and leave their mark on campus. I spoke to some of these students and organizers to learn more. Take a look.
For generations, Potter Lake has been a centerpiece of KU's campus. Now, students are rolling up their sleeves to restore this historic site.
I'm really happy to be part of this project and just to contribute to planting native plants around Potter Lake.
This week, environment classes have been planting native species along the lake. Ecologist Courtney Masterson says these plants are essential for a healthy ecosystem.
Restoration work is important in all areas because native plants provide all of the resources that we need to survive, but also the native animals and other native species in our region need to survive.
And students say the hands-on experience is leaving a lasting impact.
I think this project is super important in bringing native plants back into the area, educating our community, and just contributing back to beautifying this area.
Masterson adds that their involvement is helping the students build a connection with their environment.
Demonstrating healthy native landscapes, especially in highly visible spaces like Potter Lake, we have the opportunity to be role models in showing that native landscapes are vitally important, that we can be really proud of where we come from and what came before us.
KU landscape architect Jeff Preuss agrees the student collaborations will have a positive effect on them in the future.
Over time, they'll remember those little moments. So when they revisit the campus in 5 or 10 years, they'll remember the hard work they put into it.
Organizers hope the restoration inspires similar efforts across campus. For KUJH News, I'm Emma Coffey.
Thanks, Emma. I can't wait to check out Potter Lake once all the planting is done. Make sure to stop by and see all the hard work our students have been doing.
KU held a ceremony to rededicate David Booth Memorial Stadium to Jayhawk alumni who gave their lives in World War I. KUJH's Sam Farley and Alex Moore were at the ceremony.
The University of Kansas has rededicated David Booth Memorial Stadium as a war memorial. Aluminum plaques on the northeast side of the stadium recognize 130 university students and alumni that gave their lives in World War I.
Well, you know, I came to appreciate when I started 8 years ago in this role that people did not understand that the memorial part of our football stadium was a memorial to any world war actually, let alone World War I. And so when we started to reimagine this site, we knew we needed to do a better job of telling that story and really creating a physical manifestation of a tribute to those fallen Jayhawks in World War I.
Assistant Vice Chancellor, National Defense Initiatives, Mike Denning.
Assistant Vice Chancellor of National Defense Initiatives and retired Army Colonel Mike Denning coordinated the memorial with help from individuals from the National World War I Museum.
Dr. Christopher Warren is he's one of the leadership people at the memorial, at the National World War I Memorial and Museum. And so we brought him on the team because he has so much expertise, and what we wanted to do is design our memorial that it complements both certainly the other memorials that we have on campus, but also that is consistent with what they have there as well.
The monument is another addition to the many renovations occurring with the stadium. I'm Sam Farley with Alex Moore for KUJH News.
Thank you, Sam. And again, Alex Moore contributed in reporting. David Booth Memorial Stadium was originally dedicated as a memorial on Armistice Day in 1922. It is one of 6 war memorials on campus.
Coming up on KUJH Sports with Cooper Hannon for last week's games and what fans thought of the new stadium.
And a look at next week's matchup against Mizzou. Coming up.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome to KUJH Sports. I'm your anchor, Coop Hannon. Let's get it started. The University of Kansas recently opened the remodeled David Booth Memorial Football Stadium on August 23rd in a game against Fresno State. Jayhawk fans got a first look at the completed west and north portions. KUJH's Alex Moore asked fans their thoughts on what the new stadium has to offer.
With the opening of the brand new stadium here at the University of Kansas, expectations for what the stadium had to offer were running high among Jayhawk fans, and it's safe to say that KU exceeded expectations.
I'm not sure what I was expecting, but it did exceed my expectations. They had really good food and drink choices, and so we were able to eat here. We grabbed a couple of drinks here, and we were able to enjoy.
This is my first time seeing the stadium fully done. Well, not fully done, but playable in. So it was a really great day. Expectations were blown through the roof.
Accessibility was one of the biggest priorities with KU Athletics for the stadium remodel. While that decreased the total seating capacity, they were able to add backrests to all the seats and widen the stairs.
I honestly was super impressed. The stairs were not too steep. They were really shallow, which I think is accessible to a lot of people. And getting around, it was self-explanatory, and the ushers and all the staff were very helpful.
KU Athletics has said that it will begin work on the eastern portion of the stadium at the conclusion of this season. And based on the reaction Jayhawk fans have given to Phase 1, they are ready to see what is still to come. For KUJH News, I'm Alex Moore.
So far, a perfect start for the Jayhawks in the new stadium. Another team of Jayhawks with an undefeated start, KU Women's Soccer, who are 4-0-2 throughout their first 6 games. Freshman Mary Sola has made an immediate impact as she scored the game-tying goal in the 26th minute against the number 2 program in the nation, Florida State. Their next match comes this Sunday against the 2-1 Bulldogs. But first comes Saturday, and with it, the border war, as Kansas and Missouri revive their rivalry, making it one of their biggest games of the year. KUJH's Ryan Grossman is live at the booth to give us a preview of this ruthless rumble. Take it away, Ryan.
so it doesn't go black. Yeah. Okay. Good morning, Coop. Yes, I'm outside David Booth Memorial Stadium here in Lawrence. Saturday, Kansas travels to Columbia to take on Missouri in the return of the Border Showdown. One of the oldest and most intense rivalries in all of college football, the Jayhawks enter the game riding strong momentum after a dominant 2-0 start to the season. Fans and students are really excited for what this game will bring. Even though the game isn't being played here in Lawrence, students and fans are having a watch party and are super excited for the turn of this matchup. For many, it's more than just a game. It's about tradition, pride, and bragging rights that go back generations. Reporting live in Lawrence, I'm Ryan Grossman, KUJH Sports. Back to you in studio.
Thanks, Ryan. Man, Saturday is going to be electric, and I can't wait to see the package about the border war that Ryan and Caden created, which will be posted on our socials, KUJH News. And hey, speaking of electricity, the Chargers and the Chiefs will open their season in Brazil on Friday, marking only the second NFL game in Sao Paulo. Harbaugh and Herbert versus Reed and Mahomes. Does it get any better than this? Well, hey, possibly tonight, as before the two rivalry weekend games, the NFL kicks off with the Micah Parsonless Cowboys traveling to Philly to face the defending champs, the Eagles. The two NFC East rivals will look for a hot start to their season. However, the climb is quite uphill for the Dallas, as it will be their first showing without all-pro defensive end Micah Parsons, who was traded to the Packers last month. An action-packed this week, and we'll showcase some of the best games of the year. That's all for KUJ Sports. When you come back, Aiden Baugh will cover the rest of the weather. Thank you.
You may not hear it at first, but it's there. Our chant, rising. On this summit, callings converge, voices unify into a chorus that sounds out for good. For greatness. Can you hear it?
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. You know, it was a bit chilly this morning, but we're going to get one last look at that weather for the upcoming week with KUJH weather forecaster Aiden Baugh. Aiden?
Jonah, it's looking to be a great day in Columbia, Missouri, and honestly, that's amazing because I cannot imagine being in Columbia with bad weather. That puts a bad taste in my mouth just thinking about it. For your pregame forecast, right around 1 o'clock, around noon to 1 o'clock, temperatures as high as 71 degrees. That's going to feel amazing. Perfect tailgating weather for those of you in attendance like myself. I can't wait. Temperatures climbing up near kickoff to about 74 degrees. Winds not much to be seen at all throughout the day. Winds shifting more towards the northwest. However, as the fourth quarter drags on, 73 degrees, those temperatures are going to decline. It's looking to be a great day to get out there, support the Jayhawks in the border war. Hopefully they can pull through for us.
Aiden, thank you.
Although summer is winding down, there is still one Lawrence tradition that makes sure the season ends on a high note. I stopped by the Outdoor Aquatic Center to see how local dogs got their turn in the pool. The Lawrence Outdoor Aquatic Center traded swimmers for splashers at the annual Pooch Plunge. The pool was drained of chemicals to make the water safe, and for one evening, the space was turned over completely to the dogs. Owners lined the deck, watching their pets run, jump, and dive into the water. Some dogs wasted no time racing straight into the deep end, while others paced along the edge before finally taking the plunge.
Dogs bring everyone together. They're just such happy creatures, and it's just really fun to see the people come together and enjoy, like everyone can enjoy a dog pool party.
Everywhere you looked, there was movement. Dogs chasing after tennis balls, swimming in circles, and splashing anyone standing close to the edge. Others zoomed across the deck before hopping back into the pool, burning off every ounce of energy. The event is hosted by Lawrence Parks and Recreation each year and continues to draw large crowds. Organizers say the plunge is more than just entertainment. it's a way to connect people who might not otherwise come together.
So much joy. I'd like to also say that this is just an example of what a great Parks and Rec system we have and how lucky we are.
So whether it was diving headfirst into the pool or splashing along the shallow end, the Pooch Plunge gave Lawrence dogs a chance to close out summer with plenty of energy. From the looks of it, the Pooch Plunge isn't slowing down anytime. Lawrence Parks and Rec plans to keep the tradition going, giving both dogs and their owners something to look forward to at the end of every summer. So make sure to mark your calendars.
Thank you for tuning in to KUJH News today. Check out KUJH on TikTok, X, and Instagram for additional exclusive content and to keep up to date on the latest stories at KUJHnews.com. I'm Jonah Kahn.
And I'm Lexi Urban. KUJH News will be back next Thursday at 11:30. Have a good rest of your week.